Going to give a couple of seconds for the judges to get their orders. So good afternoon and welcome to the second annual 607 Soaring Collegiate Pitch Competition, organized by Incubator Works in collaboration with Elmira College and Corning Community College. My name is Leanne O'Brien. I'm the program director at Incubator Works, and I'll be the MC for the day. We're going to start the day by having Ashley Madison, the executive director, come up from Incubator Works to give a couple of words.
Thank you, Program Director Leanne. Good afternoon, students. My name is Ashley Madison. I am the Executive Director of Incubator Works. We do have a full schedule today, and if you need to step out, please exit quietly. Also, please silent your cell phones. So what is Incubator Works? Incubator Works is your local business incubator. We incubate businesses. Our mission is to empower an inclusive startup community, and we help entrepreneurs start and grow their businesses through services, programs, resources, and connections. We help adult entrepreneurs, we help high school entrepreneurs, and we help college entrepreneurs. Over the last several weeks, you have worked with your mentors and learned how to take nothing more than an idea and turn it into a fully developed pitch with the help of your team, mentors, and professors. You have learned to soar to new heights by dissecting a problem for your customer and turning it into a solution. This problem solving will be a tool you will use in many parts of your life from this day forward. Today, I hope you enjoy your 607 Soaring journey as it culminates on top of this beautiful hill at Corning Community College. And I know you will use this as a learning opportunity to soar to other growth opportunities while at college and beyond. Thank you to students, the 607 Soaring Committee, Brave World Media, and Dodge Media. Thank you to our host, Corning Community College. Thank you to the Incubator Works team, Terrell, Leanne, Kim, Jody, and Krista. Thank you to our judges. We have Jerome Emanuel, Carol Miller, and John Kennedy with us today. Thank you to our sponsors, Siemens Energy and Hilliard Corporation. And a big, huge, ginormous thank you to our mentors. Now I would like to introduce Claire Vandenblink, Senior Vice President and Chief Information Officer of one of our sponsors, Hilliard Corporation.
Thank you, Ashley. Welcome, everybody. I'm here to welcome all of you where I guess you could say where dreams are nurtured, ideas are forged, and innovation knows no bounds. Today's competition promises to be an extraordinary day of discovery, growth, and possibilities, precipice of possibilities. So one note I'm going to say, particularly to the students, when I was putting my notes together for today's remarks, I used two tools, ChatGPT, Copy AI. It's okay to use them. That's what I say. When I teach at the college, Elmira College, I always say to my students, depending on what it is, it's okay to use them. So that's part of entrepreneurship, and that's your journey. So as you're doing this, remember to keep your ideas. You're courageous. You're trying. You're going to be an entrepreneur, and you're taking a little bit of a risk. So as you start the competition, remember that behind every great idea lies resilience to weather storms and your belief in your ideas. It's very important. One of the things that you need to understand is ideas take time. I think anybody that's worked in business, whether as an entrepreneur or in a long-term business, so I work at the Hilliard Corporation, it's been in existence since 1905. And by the way, you can make money in a manufacturing company in upstate New York. It's possible. So don't forget that. But one of the things is, I've worked for many other organizations. I used to run my own startup firm. I had a technology firm in the area for many years. And all the skills are very much the same. There's a resiliency of ideas. Understand what leadership takes and understand what ideas take. So since you all have been working in groups, you've learned that there's many good ideas at the table. So one thing I've always learned is, how can I recognize a great idea, especially if it's not my idea? And that's where you want to say that a good idea is a good idea, and you want to look at that and use it. And I think the team approach works out really well when you're doing that. And ideas often take time. So I know today there'll be a winner and you'll get some reward for that. But your idea definitely would be, one good example is when the person that invented the Google Ring doorbell, he lost at Shark Tank. But then Google bought him up. And how many of you have those kind of doorbells on your houses? Yeah, so things take time. People may not recognize the value of it. I know probably over 35 years ago, I was working in the Elmira community with an idea for a children's museum. And we did a lot of interesting things. We were putting the idea out in the community. We planted the seed. And did our particular version of that come about? No, it didn't. But eventually it did. And that's still there in the community. So sometimes ideas are about planting seeds. So you're planting your seeds with these really good ideas, and you're learning so that when you get out in the world and start working, you can use that in any kind of business, whether it's a legacy business or a startup or a nonprofit, government agencies, what have you. It's really important to think of that. So the other thing to think about is every great entrepreneur, you have to have a supportive ecosystem. So you have your mentors today, you have your team members. When you get out in the world, you think of that, what is your support system? And you want to look at that and build that support system as you're working on those ideas. Am I right? You all have support systems. It's really, really important. So one thing to think about, the competition is not just about winning, it's about the journey that you've embarked on. So I want to say welcome and let the games begin.
Thank you, Claire. Next, we have the president of Elmira College, President Charles Lindsay, who will come up to say a couple of words.
Good afternoon. I'm really excited to be here for this event. You know, I'm sure everyone here has noticed that the modern world is changing at an amazing pace. There's a lot of businesses that have found themselves scrambling. Bookstores, print media, the music industry, all have had to figure out a way to adapt or face extinction. Remaining static really isn't an option. So we live in a brave new world, and one of the ways that students can prepare to be successful and make a difference in that kind of environment is to develop entrepreneurial abilities, which I think includes leadership, creativity, problem solving, resilience, adaptability, and communication skills. And all of these abilities are really essential to navigate the uncertainty that we're experiencing today. In addition, entrepreneurial skills can empower you to take ownership of your career and really shape your own destiny. This is one of the reasons I'm excited to be here today to witness this competition, since it helps students to learn and to develop all of these qualities together. Now, on a larger scale, entrepreneurial skills are what really lead to economic growth and prosperity. So it's about a giving back. It's about making a difference in a larger sense. And that's where Incubator Works and their mission to develop business ideas and promote business in the Southern Tier really makes a difference. So I'm looking forward to the competition. I may have a certain bias in this competition. Not sure if I should go with the Red Barons or I should go with the Soaring Eagles, but may the best team win. Thank you.
Thank you, President Lindsay. And next, we have got the president of SUNY Corning Community College, Bill Mullaney.
Thank you, Leanne. So let me begin with a story. It was about 4 years ago during the height of the pandemic. I was invited onto a Zoom call with Dawn Berlew and Charlie Craig, and they were asking me if I was interested in joining the Incubator Works board. At my previous college, we had a business incubator on campus, and I saw the great synergies that would happen between the incubator and the college. So I was really excited. I learned a lot of what Incubator Works did as a truly entrepreneurial, leading innovative spirit in the community, so I was very excited. So I started to attend the meetings, and at one of the meetings, they talked about the AHA Collegiate Pitch Competition. And my first thought was, wow, what a great competition, what a great event. And then my second thought is, how can I get a piece of the action for Corning Community College? So true to Ashley and Nancy's inclusive spirit, they wanted to bring the AHA competition to the Southern Tier, specifically to Elmira College and Corning Community College. And it kicked off last year, and it was such a great event. And so it shows to me the foresight of Incubator Works in not only cultivating business adults, but also business students. We were so pleased to be hosted by Elmira College last year, our partner in a lot of different ways, but we're so happy to be hosting it this year. Last year's kickoff, Chuck, I will let you know, last year, Corning Community College did win the competition, so we'll see what happens this year. So I know you're back. You guys are back with a vengeance, and I understand that. But I do want to then move to a bit some thanks. First of all, thank you to Ashley and Nancy for bringing us into this wonderful experience. Thank you to the judges for taking time. Thank you to the faculty and industry mentors. And finally, thank you to the students. First of all, you all look great. You clean up nice, so thank you for coming today. But I know how this project is wonderful, but it comes at a really busy time. I mean, you guys are sort of trying to get through finals. You're trying to get through the end of the semester. So to take this on top of all your work, I know a lot of our students have jobs as well. So this is another obligation on top, but the fact that you powered through, got this done in here today, you're to be commended for that. So thank you for making it here today. I'm excited to hear all the pitches. It was so wonderful last year, so looking forward to seeing how today plays out. So good luck to everyone, and thank you for coming here for this event. Thank you, everybody.
So I'm going to give a little overview of the actual competition and to give some directions for the students. So for the past 6 weeks, students have been working with mentors, working on a 5-minute video pitch. So first you will see the video pitch, and then we ask that the teams then come up on stage after your pitch is shown, and then the judges will ask you questions live. This is being live streamed on YouTube, so everyone wave to the YouTube people. And there's also a Viewer's Choice Award at the end, so there are QR codes around that you can do a Viewer's Choice Awards. And I asked another thing for the teams. After you're done here, we're going to ask that you follow Jody, who's over there, to the media room, so we do have people there for interviews and things like that. Did I miss anything? I think we're good. Okay. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce the first team. The first team is Southern Tier Trails. And the students, and I did practice pronunciation, I want you to know, but I can't. It's okay. So, Pedro Galina, Kerfella Torre, Martin Hargune, I try. Okay. Lutha Luenza, Faith Ingbar, and Alexandria Stillo. The academic mentor is Jeffrey Alves, and the industry mentor is Michael Park. So we will start with their video pitch.
Hi guys, my name is Lucho, and I'm from Cape Town, South Africa.
Hi, my name is Pietro. I'm from Rome, Italy.
I'm Faith, and I'm from Greenwich, New York.
Hi, I'm Allie. I'm from Westchester.
Hi guys, my name is Lucho, and I'm from Cape Town, South Africa.
Hi, my name is Pietro. I'm from Rome, Italy.
I'm Faith, and I'm from Greenwich, New York.
Hi, I'm Allie. I'm from Westchester, New York.
I'm Kerfella Torre from Montreal, Canada.
And I'm Martin, and I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
We are the Southern Tier Trails, and currently we are at Tanglewood Nature Park. Welcome.
In this competition, we were asked to come up with an idea that promoted sustainability and economic vitality in the southern tier of New York State. What better way to do this than to showcase the natural beauty this region has to offer?
John, a volunteer from Tanglewood, said, "The problem for this area is the lack of promotion for the beautiful landscape it has to offer. This is an issue we will try to address."
Our idea is to create a nonprofit organization that would serve as the bridge between land and people, advertise existing nature groups, and provide accessible and healthy activities to all.
Southern Tier Trails would target people who do not naturally think to visit the area. Local community members,
People who are already here and aren't aware of what's around them.
People of all ages and abilities, including those with mobility challenges.
Schools and colleges would partner with us to provide outdoor adventures.
hikers of all abilities. Finally, people that want to engage in healthy activities.
Megan, a supervisor from the Chemung County Office of Aging, says the community and our office would benefit from this idea because it is hard to bring seniors to trails not knowing how accessible they are to people with mobility issues.
We will use our money to support the upkeep and maintenance of trails, create more advertisements and promotions, upgrade and modernize the facilities, support sustainability projects, and support other local nonprofits who share similar ideals with us.
Elizabeth, the director of the Friends of the Chemung River, says operational support funding is hard to come by, but it is critical for the success of our organization.
When asked if they would partner with us, the Friends of the Chemung said they'd love to.
This supports sustainability by getting people outside, leading to no CO2 emissions on paper usage, building sustainable habits, and reducing noise and light pollution. By promoting these trails, we're increasing the chance that they survive growing deforestation.
Our competition is no competition. We want the people to use the trails regardless if it is through us or not. We want to use indirect competition to bring people to the trails who are coming for different reasons. We will partner with the trails themselves to promote the beautiful landscape.
This supports economic vitality by people buying food and beverages from local businesses and shops, staying at local hotels and Airbnbs, buying gas at local stations, and shopping at small businesses. All in all, this helps grow the economy.
Mark from the Audubon Society said, "Not enough people are aware of what is around this area. Any advertisement will be helpful because foot traffic is low. Southern Tier Trails will be a great help for us on the economic side of business."
Anyone interested in our organization is able to visit and use the resources on our webpage. Our site can be found by Googling Southern Tier Trails or by scanning QR codes that will be posted at all of the local trails. Our website will have a full agenda of what's going on in the Southern Tier, as well as an interactive map where you can click on a red marker and learn all about the trail you are interested in. People that want to take a more active role in our organization can then become members. Upon registration, members will receive a care package of goods, as well as access to exclusive group chats that foster discussion about all of the outdoor adventures the Southern Tier has to offer.
With the purchase of a Southern Tier Trails membership, you will receive a t-shirt, a reusable water bottle, and 3 parking passes at a state park of your choice around the area. Our membership cost for one single member comes up to $46.42. Memberships will be sold at $60, which lasts 3 months and could be paid in 3 payments of $20 a month. Our total startup cost, as shown on the screen, will be $6,122, and the costs are separated as you can see above on the Excel sheet. Our forecast projects to have a grand total of $69,000 in revenue through 3 years with a continuous growth of 25 members per quarter. It comes up to reaching a peak of 350 members. The pie chart shows the revenue share and what year/quarter is bringing up the most of our revenue in total. It also shows the cost of membership, the net income, and the profit margin for each. Below is our deflated and inflated quarters, where we project having 50 to 1,000 members to analyze what our numbers would look like and how much money we would bring in. This is all shown on this bar graph, which is separated quarterly. Gross revenue would reach peaks of $75,000 and low points of $600.
Alongside membership fees, we estimate our other revenue channels to be federal and state grants, sponsorships, donations, and fundraisers.
If we were to win the $5,000, it would cover almost all of our startup costs, allowing us to make an impact on the community almost immediately.
Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for sticking till the end. We hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we did creating it. And always remember, explore sustainability one trail at a time. Yeah! That's good.
I'll try not to be too loud here. But great job. Everyone sort of seemed like actors as well. So it was really well put together. I was just curious, I'll give kind of a two-part question. One is, if all of you were kind of outdoor enthusiasts and came together for this idea, or kind of how that spawned, or if some were not necessarily, but were after you did it. And then the second part of my initial question is, obviously if you're students and move on, you know, kind of what the thought process to pass to the next group of folks to manage after you graduate and move on.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that question. My name is Luther Mnaguza. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. The first part of the question, Martin will tell you about it. He experienced hiking with his family. He's from Argentina. So every time they come to the US, they love to go on trails. So he'll answer the first part of the question. And then Pietro from Italy will answer the second part. Thank you.
Thanks for the question. As Luther said, and you might notice in the video, I am from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I've been in Elmira College for almost 2 years now. And one thing I realized when my family came to visit here in the area is the amount of beautiful trails and hikes that this area has to offer. And yeah, what a better idea to promote them and enjoy them than with this business idea. So thank you again for the question. So second part of the question, I believe to pass on something to the next group of people that are doing this competition, or in general trying to do a pitch like ours. I mean, this was just great to do with them because we're all friends, and like outside of this, obviously more or less outdoor enthusiasts, but like we all enjoyed the landscape and we all enjoyed going out there. And also, an advice I could give to young people or next people that are coming up here and try to do this. I mean, just be sure of what you did. At the end of the day, we did it all together. We had fun doing it. Also, it was hard. We went through a thought process. We went through obstacles and challenges, but it was great to do it, and I'm happy to have been doing it with these guys. And yeah, I'm proud of this, either way it goes.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. Great job. Fantastic. I'm from the area, and many of these trails are very familiar to me. So, and it's wonderful to see you appreciate them and be so committed to them. I have a couple questions. One on what type of customer discovery did you do in understanding if folks were going to be willing to pay the membership fee that you determined?
Okay, great question. Thank you again. Faith Engbaugh will be answering that for us.
Hi, so when we were starting to think about this business, I kind of thought about myself and my own personal experiences. I actually did a class that promoted a lot of the landscapes around here, and so I talked with my class members, I talked with my friends, and shockingly enough, a lot of people just don't know how much great things are here. No one knows that there's a 2-million-year-old gorge right up the road, so hearing how many people were just unaware of all the things it had to offer, it really made us excited that this could benefit everyone and not just a small group of people. And going into the membership fee, I think we have an organization that's more than just what you're paying. You know, your money is going to a really great place, and it's supporting not just our business, but other ones in the area. It's supporting small businesses, big businesses, and it's helping make this area sustainable. So I think the fee, you get a great deal, you get great access to things, but you're also supporting a really great cause.
Great, thank you. And another question I had is, did you look at the process for becoming a not-for-profit, and what does that look like, and how viable is that for you folks?
Okay, great. Thank you for your question. I'm going to give this one to Pietro Gallina to take away.
So when we started thinking about what could we do and how we could form this organization, we were kind of thinking of ways to go. And we looked it up, and we see in our costs are also shown how to, if we open an LLC, it's going to cost $500. And then to keep it going, it's a tax between $9 and $250. And I mean, this is just small costs that we can cover, obviously, but also being a non-profit for us is more important because
we want to give back to the community. We want to have people be proud of what we do. We want to have people from the southern tier helping us. Like we have lots of quotes in our video because organizations are going to be willing to work with us and to try to make this area better and more promoted and more advertised. That's our goal.
Thank you.
Hi. Great job. We hear a lot. I hear a lot of pitches, and that was a pretty cool video. I will have to say, and it takes courage to get up there and really do this. So one thing that stuck out for me, and I was just hoping that you could expand on this a little bit, because I do agree that this is an issue of marketing to the region, people understanding what's around us, because we do live in a very beautiful area. But one thing that stuck out to me that you're trying to succeed is spreading the message of accessibility for people with mobility issues. Can you touch on that a little bit? Like, what is the way that you're going to deliver that message so that people say, like, oh, wow, like, yeah, I actually can do this. And that, is something that would draw me to this area, or I've always thought that I can't do this because of my mobility issues. So how can you expand on that a little bit, just so I have a little bit more understanding?
100%. Thank you for that question. I think it's really important to touch on that, and Faith will be going over that for us a little bit more. Thank you.
So the quote up on the video comes from Megan, who's a supervisor at the Chemung Office of Aging, who deals with a lot of people with mobility issues. And also she mentioned something that we didn't get to include, but caregivers, they are looking for activities to do all the time with their senior citizens and those with mobility issues. So if, like the little blurb that shows what the website would look like, mobility issues and like handicap symbols would be added to those so people could see whether or not it's fitting for them, whether or not they're capable of doing it, because there's such a value in getting people with mobility issues outside. And Megan was so grateful to hear that someone was looking into this issue and that it's something that could really benefit a lot of people in this area.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
So we're going to give the judges a few minutes to tally up. I could do the Jeopardy countdown clock if that's helpful. Okay, we're going to move on to Team 2, which is Uni Unified, and the students are Olivia Volino, Mitchell Hott, and Morgan Vabel. The academic mentors, Larry Parker, and the industry mentor was Dave Lewis. You guys want to come up on stage? Oh, not yet, sorry. Have a seat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Uni Unified, a social media platform that prides itself. On connecting campuses and empowering lives. In the ever-evolving landscape of higher education, the impact of COVID-19 has permanently altered the college experience. Many students find themselves struggling to forge connections within their university communities, especially if they're not parts of clubs or athletic teams. The traditional ways of meeting people have shifted, requiring campuses to adapt to maintain their essence of community. Enter Uni Unified, the solution to these challenges. Our platform offers personalized connections through personality assessments, matching students with like-minded peers. We also provide a virtual community hub, a centralized platform for students to engage in and access campus resources easily. But we don't stop there. Uni Unified celebrates student achievements, creating a culture of pride and recognition within the community of our colleges. We empower students to connect, collaborate, and thrive academically, professionally, and socially. Uni Unified isn't just a platform, it's a mission. We're dedicated to fostering meaningful connection and community engagement within university campuses, redefining the university experience for the better. Join us on this journey as we empower students to connect with each other and within their own university settings. Welcome to Uni Unified, where connections flourish, achievements are celebrated, and communities thrive.
Uni Unified is a social networking platform that collaborates with universities. This is an example with Elmira College. It has a sleek interface with user-friendly features. It contains matchmaking services for connections, contact links, campus services, and a showcase for student achievements.
Now on to our target customer. Uni Unified is specifically designed for college campuses, offering a virtual platform tailored to the unique needs of university students. To kickstart our journey, we'll be launching with a beta test initially focusing on EC and CCC. In the future, we plan on moving on to other colleges, but that is our starting plan. While alternatives like Facebook groups, campus-specific apps, and Discord servers exist, none offer the level of connection and comprehensive services Uni Unified provides. Our platform not only facilitates personalized matching, but also serves as a centralized hub for accessing campus resources and celebrating student achievements. Uni Unified offers unparalleled benefits and advantages to students. With personalized matching based on personality assessments, we ensure tailored connections that increase the likelihood of forming meaningful relationships. Our comprehensive platform serves as a centralized hub for accessing campus services, joining clubs, and celebrating achievements, providing a seamless experience for students. Furthermore, Uni Unified fosters a culture of pride and empowerment by recognizing students' accomplishments far past the day they received them, ensuring every member of the student body feels valued and supported within the community. Our brand message is Uni Unified, where connections thrive. Join us in creating a vibrant campus community where every student finds belonging, support, and meaningful connections. Together, let's redefine the university experience. Our distribution strategy begins with targeting Elmira College and Corning Community College, as stated in our target markets. We'll engage student leaders and club presidents within these colleges to promote adoption of our platform. As we explain it to other colleges, we'll leverage success stories and partner with student organizations in order to spread the word. Additionally, we will utilize targeted marketing approaches and social media outreach to raise awareness of our company. While all of this is going on, we will be following a feedback loop, ensuring continuous improvement of our platform over time.
Moving on now to our projected revenues. After consultation with relevant Elmira College school officials, we have determined that EC would be willing to pay $5,000 annually for the service. If in year one we have Elmira College and Corning Community College subscribed to Uni Unified, this would provide $5,000 annual revenues each, coming to a total of $10,000. And now with our startup needs. We have determined that for a preliminary, fully customizable application of our nature, the development costs come out to around $30,000. This will provide us with the beta version that we will be testing on EC and CCC in the 2024-25 school year. Since our current team members do not have a background or experience with software engineering, we will be seeking to add another member to the Uni Unified team who can assist us with this major task. What are our initial monthly costs? Our software development consultant has also informed us that we will be looking at a cost of around $166 per month. This is the cost associated with maintaining, updating, and serving the users of our platform. What is next for the Uni Unified team? If we win the $5,000 prize for this competition, we will use it towards the software development that is required to build an alpha version that we can begin testing in-house and eventually prepare it for the upcoming school year. This prize money will be very impactful towards our success, as there is a great need for capital to get the ball rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Uni Unified, a social media platform that prides itself on connecting campuses and empowering lives. In the ever-evolving landscape of higher education, the impact of COVID-19 has permanently altered the college experience. Many students find themselves struggling to forge connections within their university communities, especially if they're not parts of clubs or athletic teams. The traditional ways of meeting people have shifted, requiring campuses to adapt to maintain their essence of community. Enter Uni Unified, the solution to these challenges. Our platform offers personalized connections through personality assessments, matching students with like-minded peers. We also provide a virtual community hub, a centralized platform for students to engage in and access campus resources easily. But we don't stop there. Uni Unified celebrates student achievements, creating a culture of pride and recognition within the community of our colleges. We empower students to connect, collaborate, and thrive.
If the idea for this came from your own experiences during COVID, or how it kind of came to be that this was a need that you identified. And then the second part is if you talk to campus professionals. I was just thinking through as you went, the presentation went through, that links to other things, mental health and a whole bunch of other services probably would be a perfect link into all of this as well in terms of resources that are available.
Yes, so thank you so much for asking that question, John. My name is Olivia Valino. I am a senior. So when I came into college, it was in 2020, and it was COVID, and it was very, very difficult to meet people. And what we found through our own personal experiences and through some research is that a year of isolation changes anyone. And we all went through a year of isolation. So the social dynamics of college campuses have changed completely. And that's kind of where our idea came from. I'm going to let my other group members quickly answer the first part of the question and talk about their personal experiences as well.
Yeah, thank you for the question. I think it really touches on such an important issue that we all face. I think what makes our team very strong is we all come from different backgrounds. We have different experiences. So I sort of bring in the outside perspective of, I'm coming in, I play on the Elmira College men's hockey team. You come in on a sports team, you're expected to be kind of friends and very close with your teammates. So on that front, it's really not difficult to make friends in that aspect, but the diversity in those friendships is kind of lacking. I wasn't able to quite make the connections with students, I may not have the most common interests with, or I'm not teammates with, but I think this is where Uni Unified would really have helped my, success my first year of college, coming in, meeting other people that I, otherwise wouldn't have meted. So I think just from that end, it adds a very unique value for my part. And then I'll turn it over to Morgan now.
Hi, I'm Morgan. Thank you so much for asking. So personally, I actually started at 2021 here at Corning Community College. I was hybrid, and I've always been working full-time, so it's been really hard for me to find connections in general. And then recently, I transferred to Elmira College in January, so I have a little bit of experience in both colleges, and it's been very hard for me to find connections. Especially, I have always been a commuter and done a lot of classes online, and just it's been overall really hard for me to find any friends unless I'm forced to in like projects and stuff like that, just like this one. And it would be really helpful if there was one site that I could use with other students to find one just with my personality and with my activities, stuff like that.
Yes, and then for the second part of your question, Uni Unified is a fully comprehensive platform. It's going to have access to the mental health services. It's going to have access to Res Life. It's going to have access to campus security. It is a one-stop shop. And when you're a college student and you're about to graduate, like me, you can find that I don't even remember all the achievements that I've received in the past 4 years. I just cannot recall. It's been such a busy 4 years. And I found myself really wishing that there was a platform where all of my accomplishments were in one place to list on my resume to make the transition from college to work life easier. And that's why we think Uni Unified would be such a great thing, because it doesn't exist right now. At least at our colleges, it's not something where we can access it easily. And we really could have gone way more than a 5-minute pitch. We could have gone a 45-minute pitch. We're very passionate about it, but that is something that we intend on including. Thank you.
That's excellent. Fantastic job. I have a couple of questions. The first one is, did you look at what other colleges are doing in regards to platforms, websites, apps, and on best practices?
Yes, absolutely. And that was on the slide where we talked about Facebook groups, Discord, and the other alternatives possible. And what we found is that these alternatives are used more for small groups, and that in the universities where they're used, they aren't a social media type platform. They're only a platform for making navigating university easier. And the main problem that we found was the social dynamics changing, and so that's really where we differentiate from our competition, is that like the roommate survey that you do at the beginning of your college experience, we want to introduce people to like-minded people, and it's a difficult job because people don't meet like they used to anymore. You don't go into a library full of people and make friends in classes and work on group projects in person. It just doesn't happen, and we want to find a segue into bringing back a more connected world.
Great. Why do you think that schools haven't done it yet themselves?
Honestly, because it's a rather new issue. I just don't really think that a lot of colleges fully understand the length of the social dynamic change. I think that it's something that is new. And so new problems need new solutions, and that's where Uni Unified comes in.
Excellent. And I just had one more question about money. So
Yes,
that was
money.
a pretty big number for investment. And if you won the prize, that's part of what could be covered. How do you plan on raising funds for the balance of it?
Yeah, we've entertained the idea of maybe going through the angel investing route in the future. You know, the first year of operation, we're really focused on working out all the kinks, making sure that the beta test runs the way it should. If we need to go back to the drawing board and rethink some ideas, maybe it's good to go. So that first year of operation is where we really are going to kind of work those kinks out and kind of work through the situation. In the future, we're really interested on scaling through schools throughout the region the next year, and then hopefully eventually scaling to nationwide colleges, and then maybe even more into the prep school and high school route as well. But that's sort of the long-term outlook. But yeah, so angel investing would be something that we would be considering in the following years.
And additionally, just to add on that, one thing we mentioned very shortly in the video is that in our first years of operation, we're going to follow a constant feedback loop, and that's going to help us to develop the website into something that is amazing, because we don't want to launch something that's half-baked. We want a perfect product that colleges can easily implement, and doing beta and alpha tests will help us do that. Feel free to ask.
You always do, Carol. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like this is like how Facebook should have started, right?
Yes.
Like originally. So fantastic job on the idea. I'm also a little bit curious. $30,000 to develop the software, $166 a month to maintain. I might know a little thing about computers and software development. Do you think that maybe that you've identified a need to teach software development to be able to maintain this within your own?
Yes, so that's definitely something that we wish that there was a way that we could learn. We wish that we could have taken a software development class or learned it, but it's not something that's currently offered at Elmira, so there was no software development major that we could get because that's not really one of the Elmira programs. But I definitely see where you're coming from, and I definitely wish that we could have a more educated answer on that and know more about it. We got a lot of our information in the monetary part of things from business officials that we met through our mentor, Dave Lewis, and we looked through that and we were able to come up with numbers that we feel are accurate, and we would hope to add someone on who really could bring that element in of software development and making it into a perfect product.
All right, second question. Thank you for answering that.
Of course.
So, with technology, obviously, something like a website, this is something that you can take with you after you graduate, right, and go on into the world. This would also be scalable times a gazillion, right? So you can spread this across wherever you want to spread it across. Is it your idea to just continue to keep this company here? Is it your idea to pass it to the next generation? What are the plans?
So our idea is to start initially with CCC and EC, And then once we get a strong footing and we go through all of our beta and alpha testing, we really intend on spreading this. And we hope to do so through testimony from people at Elmira who it's helped and people at Corning Community College who it's helped. And we intend to grow this. We want it to be bigger than what it is. And we think that it is something that could add value to any college campus. And we really want to restore the social dynamics of going to college and making friends and having those experiences where you learn how to think on the fly through meeting people and become a more professional, successful adult.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Again, we're going to give the judges a few moments. You guys good? Okay. Team number 3 is Sparrow. They consist of Gabriel Cook, Brandon McChesney, Cameron Allen. The academic mentor was Elmira Jimenez, and industry mentor was Lindsay Wolf. And we're going to watch the video.
Most homebuyers don't like the first house they look at, and they can look at up to 50 or more houses before they find the one for them.
Realtors can only show around 12 houses a day.
And 25% of houses are sold from out of state.
What if the client could see all of the realtors' available houses from their office?
What if homebuyers could know what their house looks like before they go see it?
What if a home buyer could see every inch of their future home from across the country?
Hi, I'm Brandon McChesney.
I'm Gabriel Cook.
And I'm Cameron Allen.
We're the founders of Sparrow. Our company makes real estate easier.
Sparrow will go to any house that a realtor wants and do a complete walkthrough of the home with a 360-degree camera at various heights.
The footage will then be imported into a virtual reality headset, which will be kept in the realtor's office. This will allow the client to view as many houses as they want in a matter of hours.
Not only does this save time, but without using our product, potential home buyers can only see so much of the home without first traveling to see it. By using our product, clients can see every bit of the house without having to take the trip to see it first.
Some clients get motion sick. This is why we put it onto a website so that clients can see it on a flat screen. This is also good because clients who live states away can view it online.
As for pricing, we think it would be fair to charge somewhere between 5 and 10 cents per square foot, as well as the amount of gas it takes to travel to the destination. And on top of that, labor for our employees, and probably about $18 an hour for a team of 2 to 3 people.
A virtual reality headset costs $200. After we put our application on it and allow realtors to view videos on it, it will cost the realtor a $250 initial fee.
This is a good example of what our project will be looking like, except our walkthroughs will be actual walkthroughs. These videos are more of like slideshows of what houses sort of look like. Our walkthroughs will show exactly what the house looks like from all angles.
Looking at our projections template, we plan to use as much of our winnings as possible towards the company. We'll need a VR headset to put our application on. We can use an Oculus Quest 2 for this. That'll cost us about $220. We will need an LLC for the company, which will cost around $300, including the filing fee. Our most expensive thing we'll need is, of course, our 360 camera. For this, we want to buy the Insta360 Virtual Tour bundle. And with tax and shipping, the total price of that will end up being about $960. And of course, no business is complete without a website and business card, which will run us about $40. Our total starting expenditures for this company is going to end up being $1,617. Most home buyers don't like the first house they look at, and they can look at up to 50 or more houses before they find the one for them.
Realtors can only show around 12 houses a day.
And 25% of houses are sold from out of state.
What if the client could see all of the realtors' available houses from their office?
What if home buyers could know what their house looks like before they go see it?
What if a home buyer could see every inch of their future home from across the country?
Hi, I'm Brendan McChesney.
I'm Gabriel Cook.
And I'm Cameron Al.
We're the founders of Sparrow. Our company makes real estate easier.
Sparrow will go to any house that a realtor wants and do a complete walkthrough of the home with a 360-degree camera at various heights.
The footage will then be imported into a virtual reality headset, which will be kept in the realtor's office. This will allow the client to view as many houses as they want in a matter of hours.
Not only does this save time, but without using our product, potential home buyers can only see so much of the home without first traveling to see it. By using our product, clients can see every bit of the house without having to take the trip to see it first.
Some clients get motion sick. This is why we put it onto a website so that clients can see it on a flat screen. This is also good because clients who live states away can view it online.
As for pricing, we think it would be fair to charge somewhere between 5 and 10 cents per square foot, as well as the amount of gas it takes to travel to the destination. And on top of that, labor for our employees, and probably about $18 an hour for a team of 2 to 3 people.
A virtual reality headset costs $200. After we put our application on it and allow realtors to view videos on it, it will cost the realtor a $250 initial fee. This is a good example of what our project will be looking like, except our walkthroughs will be actual walkthroughs. These videos are more of like slideshows of what houses sort of look like. Our walkthroughs will show exactly what the house looks like from all angles.
Looking at our projection template, we plan to use as much of our winnings as possible towards the company. We'll need a VR headset to put our application on. We can use an Oculus Quest 2 for this. That'll cost us about $220.
Walkthroughs of real estate. How do you compare and differentiate in what you're offering compared to what's currently available?
So what makes our product different is that, like we were showing, the example that we showed in the video, that was more just a 360 pictures. So that's just like a slideshow of these are all the pictures of the houses, and you can like spin them around and stuff. What we want to do is do a complete walkthrough of the house, 100%. So every single inch of that house can be seen from the website or from the VR headset, which provides the customer or like the realtor's client so much more information about the house that they potentially want to buy. Of course.
So another part of it is we have seen stuff like this before, but like Brandon said, so most of it is just pictures or 3D pictures of it. Ours is going to be a video walkthrough, and we noticed that all of these houses are over $500,000. They're in North Carolina. They're expensive homes. Our main focus is to keep it local and very accessible to all price ranges.
Great. Thank you. Does it require any programming on your part?
Everything really necessary for this is already in place. So if we put the videos on the website, that website will be accessible through VR. And so the maximum amount of, I guess, technical work that we'd have to do is actually making that website and being able to put videos on it. And that is not like too difficult of a task.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great job. That was actually one of the first questions I had. Obviously on Zillow and Redfin and things now you can do a virtual 3D walkthrough, but I haven't seen anything with a VR headset, which I think is really interesting. So you answered that great. Thank you. I just had kind of a two-part question. What got the three of you interested in this as an area to work on a business plan for. And I was also curious about how you came up with the name Sparrow.
So that's a great question. I'll just pass the microphone around to answer it for each of us because I think it's all a little bit different reason. So for me, I've always been just interested in entrepreneurship. I feel like it's just not my thing to work a 9 to 5, and I feel like this is just an amazing opportunity for me to kind of get into my dream of being self-employed and not, working up some sort of corporate ladder. I would rather do my own thing and just be an entrepreneur.
So the reason why I was interested in this is I've always been a big fan of virtual reality. I've always thought that it would be something big in the future, and I've always come up with like little ideas that I've never implemented. So I thought that this idea would be a great way to start implementing VR into business and different corporations.
So I also agree with Brandon. Being an entrepreneur is something that's always been of interest to me. I've always wanted to have my own business, or at least be part of one. Not only just to avoid the 9 to 5, but just to have something of my own that I can create, fill a gap somewhere in the world, just change something. And that's another reason why I really like this idea, is because it's a little bit different in terms of accessibility. It's easier for people who are selling a house locally. It's easier for people who are selling a house that maybe isn't worth as much as something like the house in the video. Right? So maybe a $150,000, $200,000 house, it's a lot cheaper too. It's just a great alternative to, I guess, a more expensive, inaccessible product in our area.
And then to answer that second part of your question, the way we came up with Sparrow is we were just talking about business names, and I was like, I kind of had, it was like I don't want to do anything too specific because I wanted this business to be able to expand and grow, so I don't want to say anything with like the word real estate in it or technologies in it because, you never really know where companies can grow and can go to. So I was thinking something kind of generic, something like an animal, and like I just started, for some reason I thought birds, and then we were in a meeting, and I asked Gabe here, I said, I think it should be like an animal. And I was thinking sparrow, and Gabe goes, well, what about something like a bird like sparrow? And I'm like, are you serious right now? This is exactly what I was thinking. You're reading my mind. And so we were just like, that's got to be a sign. So that's why we came up with the name Sparrow.
Very good. The problem becomes when students seek opportunities. So the market is pretty high since there's lots of talented individuals pursuing careers in finance and economics. And when it comes to going to the United States as well, there's lots of people interested. So it's really about inspiring most of the people and try to connect those that try to go to the United States and help them move. The market in itself, I think it's pretty big when it comes to go to the United States, because here, being the land of opportunities and being that all the big financial companies resides here, there's a pretty high demand.
Great. And I have two more questions, if I may. One is, would you be looking to expand to other countries?
Yes.
So 100%. As a student from Canada, at first, that was the kind of question I was asking, because why is that?
Want to come from Canada?
That's not fair. Why are we just helping Italian students? But while he spoke about it, it was quite interesting in his approach to it. In Italy, it's a more pressing need than here. I find in Canada, Wall Street, obviously it's a big name, everyone wants to go there, but Bay Street's just as good, so people aren't too worried. They'll get paid $500,000 to sit on Bay Street, right? Whereas in Italy, the wages aren't quite like Bay Street. So as a result, to kind of get in there and to have an Italian student go from getting paid maybe 50,000 to 100,000, there'd be more of a need. So as a result, we can gain a larger audience faster, and then as a result, that'll foster faster growth. And then by having that kind of reputation behind us, we can then branch out and move into other segments of the market.
Yeah, and how will you support or provide the expertise needed in these different areas?
I think most of the expertise comes from our own experiences. I relocated to the United States 3 years ago. I went through the process of going from an Italian high school to an American high school. And I found Elmira College by myself. I went through the application process by myself, and I didn't have any help or guidance. At the same time, we plan on having our own expertise for the students, as well as bringing industry professionals that can bring their own experiences. And that will help us expand our reach and have more of a 360-degree content that will provide to even more experienced students. So I believe most of the expertise comes from us because we took a place we had place in the first place we went through the process ourselves. But most of the stuff that we don't know or the students like to know, we're gonna go and find the right professionals that are able and to talk about it.
I just want to add one comment. Thank you so much. And then I'd like you to think about how to keep them here, okay?
Keep them. Absolutely.
One thing that I'd like to touch on that I don't think Alessandro gives himself enough credit for is I've watched him reach out to over 100 people on LinkedIn. And of those people, those were Italian people that have relocated themselves. So kind of leveraging that expertise as well will be beneficial in going forward.
I'm just kidding. So I have two quick questions. One is, it already sounds like you had one kind of success story there. So have you been doing this for a while? So there's a little bit of history, or is it just the very beginnings in terms of the first handful of folks that maybe you could have helped out already?
That's a very good question. So we started the process of working on the project in itself about 3.5 months ago. Now, Nicolau came to the United States 4 months ago. So the way it worked is he is a very good friend of mine. He was inspired by my process of going to the United States, and so he asked for guidance onto his visa requirements, application process, and everything. I helped him personally. Now that made him go from where he was at, the Italian high school, to now his current university. And he finds himself, he has a pretty good life there. Going back to the question, I think once I understood that there was an actual need, because I was talking to, not just to him, but most of the people that go and ask me questions about how the life is in the United States, I see most of the people aspire to come here. I think they believe it's a great place to find opportunities. When I understood that need, what I did is start working on our branding and how to connect Italian students all together so we can create a positive environment where people can connect, share their resources, share their ambitious goals. And I think it works out pretty well. We have a Discord community that currently has around 50 members, and we have we have members from very prestigious schools like Bocconi University in Milan, Luisi in Rome. And the beautiful thing about it is that connecting people with the same mindset of very ambitious people brings out lots of positive energy, and that's what we're creating. So yeah, his story is directly correlated once we understood that there was an actual need, we then started creating the project around the need. So yeah, that's why.
Excellent. Okay, got it. And then what is the plan to kind of partner with colleges and universities and expand that network, or also professional, employers if they're at that stage where they're ready to move on to that.
So one thing we found while doing this is the approach Alessandro and I were using was reaching out through LinkedIn. There are a lot of professionals within industries such as yourself, but even for me, I know one thing I want to do is once I make it to a place in life, I'd like to give back. And a lot of individuals would love to give back, they're just not sure. So reaching out on LinkedIn does help us find those individuals who are willing to kind of give their expertise to us, a certain community, which would be our community, and we leverage that kind of in tandem with what we're providing. So.
Thank you, gentlemen. Fantastic presentation, by the way. I really do love the idea. I think it's necessary, actually. Just some feedback. I think that you should add to your target market, because I think your target market also includes parents. As somebody who's got some kids getting ready to go to college, me putting myself in, someone else's shoes, it would be really nice to have this information. So I would just recommend, just think about that. Not telling you what to do with your business, just a suggestion. The other thing is, have you developed a system of how you're going to break out how much you're going to charge for your services? I see where you've broken out how you're going to use the money, and thank you for doing that. But have you developed a system? Is it like this one size fits all? It sounds like it's more like of an a la carte type of thing. And then like where is your price points? How do you develop that?
Thank you for your question. So firstly, I want to mention that currently we operate, our Discord community is currently free, and that is because we're trying to get as many people as possible and promote ourselves. Now, when it comes to pricings, we believe in doing a two-step process bundle. That means having a first level bundle that includes what I would call a VIP section that offers weekly calls with professionals, extra PDFs, reviews, or simply guides that can help the students succeed. The next level of the bundle would help, of course, the first level, and would add onto it by having a personalized 1-hour guidance every week with one of us. That will help the students feel more confident and have that personalized guidance. I think could be huge. Now, besides those bundles, we believe that we could apply a personalized guidance. So what it means is students will reach out to us and we will schedule a 15-minute call. And once we understand what the problem is, whether it's an application review or a visa process, we can then figure out how we can help him and then guide him through the whole process until he's successful. And that could be, variable charging. It is not a fixed price. It depends on the hourly rate, how much we work, what's our effort into it. But I think we can schedule into monthly subscriptions with 2 different bundles, and then have aside a personalized guidance one-on-one directly on the issue that the students is facing. And yeah, thank you for your question.
You guys good? Okay. We have our final team. Vitalware, and those students are Addison Grusendorf, Miranda Waterman, Shira Wen, Alana Brayvogel, and Olivia Miknick. I'm very sorry. I apologize now.
For anyone looking for insight on their health and a healthier lifestyle, Vitalware helps people connect with their body and mind while remaining timeless. Vitalware distinguishes itself by delivering a wider range of features compared to competitors, while also remaining more appealing than other devices. Vitalware embodies a versatile health aid while remaining discreet so it can be worn everywhere you go.
Hi, my name is Miranda and I'm a junior on the women's soccer team.
Hi, my name is Shira. I'm a freshman on the women's hockey team.
I'm Olivia Mednick. I'm a freshman on the cheerleading team.
Hi, I'm Addison. I'm a freshman on the women's soccer team.
And we are Vitalware.
What is Vitalware, you ask?
Great question, Liv. Vitalware is a health and fitness product that will help empower your wellness journey. Our mission is to empower and educate people on their health journey while allowing them to keep their timeless and professional appearance.
So why did we create Vitalware, you ask? Well, we're all college athletes, and we wanted a product that could work on the field, on the court, and on the mat, while also working in our professional lives 10 years later.
Because of the increase in awareness about our health, this market is growing exponentially.
Did you know 66% of U.S. adults use mobile health apps?
You know that the global wellness market was valued at $1.5 trillion in 2021?
Customer segment is growing 5 to 10% annually.
In the U.S., the number of gyms, health and fitness clubs increased by 29% from 2013 to 2023. So how do we differ from Whoop and other products like the Oura Ring? Well, our appearance and our target audience. We aren't just for athletes or for those who want to track their workouts. Our product is looking for anyone to have a little bit more insight on their health while not having a big, bulky bracelet on their wrist.
Along with your custom bracelet, you'll also have your very own custom profile on our Vitalware app. Here, you'll find all of your health information, everything from your heart rate to your blood pressure, recommended workouts based on your personal activity, and even an optional feature that can alert paramedics to serious medical emergencies. Our initial target market is anyone who's looking to pair a classy, timeless appearance with knowledge on their health. We are looking for customers who will stay loyal for many years and who are looking to provide a product that can stay with them for decades. From college athletics to your first big job interview to the classroom, family events, and even retirement, there's never a time where you should stop being aware of your health and wellness, and Vitalware allows our customers to stay aware and stay classy.
We have connections in Chicago with a jewelry manufacturing company, so we already have a manufacturer for those products. We want to achieve $50,000 in sales by the end of the year of 2025. We also want to achieve a 15% ROI on funds directed in direct marketing activities, and we want our sales and costs to reach break even by the end of October of 2025.
Let's talk marketing. Our main marketing strategy is to partner with athletic organizations, corporate workplaces, and get our product into jewelry stores. We want to use public relations and direct and digital marketing to captivate our audience and get them to be more interested in our product. Partnering with stores, especially jewelry stores, will set us apart from any other smartwatch. Customers won't find any other type of smartwatch or device in jewelry stores like you will our product, so it reaches a different demographic than our competitors. We are also looking to pair with corporate workplaces where our products can allow those in professional work environments to stay up to date on their health while also still looking the part.
To get our product off the ground, we'll offer a free 3-month trial to students, professors, and athletes on campus. From there, we'll take people who like our product and want to keep investing in it and make them ambassadors for our company. We will use customer testimonials and endorsements to promote our product and encourage others to invest in our product.
We did a survey of students right here at Elmira College, and it turns out most people wear an Apple Watch. The biggest features that were most important to college students here on campus was tracking sleep, tracking your workout, and tracking your steps. We know that these are 3 vital things that will need to be a part of our bracelet. When asked, over half the people who answered our survey wanted a more appealing and attractive tracking and workout device on their wrist.
After the first 3 months that are free, what happens after? What if I want to continue my subscription?
Great question. If you want to join the Vitalware family, all you have to do is commit to a 9-month subscription at $19.99 a month. Then, you can continue after those 9 months of subscription, or
or you can send it back.
So it might seem like a lot, but with the perks that you're getting, the personalization features, and the fact that we donate 1% of our quarterly revenue to Action for Healthy Kids and other nonprofits relating to health and wellness, it is worth it.
So, if we won, what would we do with the money?
If we won, we would use the money to manufacture the very first version of our VitalWear product. We would then give those to runners who were willing to wear it and try it out in the Corning Wine Glass Marathon. It's important to us that we have real results and real testimonials right here in the surrounding community. Our objectives as a company are to meet the demand for health and wellness. We want to offer a holistic and personal health journey that allows you to be who you want in the workplace as well. We are guided by consumer feedback, and we want to have personal relationships with our customers. And we want to make sure our customers are getting superior value for what they're paying for. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go first. I guess the last time, sorry. That was a great presentation. Thank you. I think just from a comment standpoint, very well thought out, especially some of the kind of surveys through asking potential users and also the market numbers and research was really great, so thank you. To just hit on the competition a little bit more, so I have two questions. I'll just throw both out there. One is, again, obviously it's a very competitive space. There's a lot going on there, so how do you see the competition? And then also from a manufacturing side of it, how would you see that getting kicked off and you know, the ability to, at a reasonable cost of goods, be able to build up the product and scale up from there?
Hi, thank you for your question. I'm Addison. To start off with the competitors, so it is a pretty big industry. We all know Apple and Aura and Whoop, but the way that we differentiate ourselves in that market is it can, instead of it only being for working out or training or tracking certain things, it's also about appearance. So I know that as an athlete, but also I'm a fashionista, that I want something that I can wear while I'm playing sports, but as soon as I leave that locker room, I know that I have something that is appealing that I can wear to dinner or I can wear to a professional event like this, where I'm promoting a business idea, so I know that it can work in all aspects.
Yeah, adding on, I actually have a Whoop. And when I got it, my mom told me that she didn't like how it looked. So, and especially, I am running my own business this summer. I'm opening my own office with the company that I work for, and I'll be training people. And I would like something that is looks nice, especially in a business setting. But I'll also be working out. I'll still be an athlete. So, I want that those features that come with devices like this, while I can wear it to work. Obviously, this doesn't look the best right now, but so that's what differentiates our product. So with the manufacturing, I made connections. I'm from Chicago, and I've made connections with a manufacturer in Chicago. And obviously, manufacturing costs are high, but our idea, at least in the beginning, is to be more direct to consumer, or so we're gonna do advertising, but in the beginning we're going to have athletes sponsor our product, so it'll be more word of mouth, so there won't be a middleman, at least at first. So our product will be on the lower end. Obviously it's still expensive, but it'll be on the lower end of the price.
Thank you. Great job in the presentation. I have some more questions around the manufacturing, and did you get estimates on what the cost would be to manufacture compared to what the price would be that you could sell to your customers?
At this exact moment, we haven't figured out exact costs just because this is a newer business idea and we recently just made connections in Chicago. Shira has. So that's something that we are looking forward to. We do know like our upfront costs. We've decided that paying $150 and then doing the $19.99 subscription after the first 3 months free, but the manufacturing costs have not been determined yet.
And as far as what investments, I don't remember what the investment levels were for the organization, and above and beyond, if you were to win today, what would be your financial needs?
So if we were to win today, we wanted to invest and actually get like the first prototype of our product. I don't exactly remember what our statistics were, but I do know we do, I think annually we are investing $2,000 to the, I don't remember the name, the Action for Healthy Kids.
Yeah, Action for Healthy Kids.
The Action for Healthy Kids, to promote it to not only athletes and business professionals, but also students as well, and children.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you so much. Great presentation. I mean, it sounds like you're in the, the early stages, right? Like, so, Ashley, remember the whole briefcase idea? Remember that? Yeah, that was, so I know, I know what that's like. So it sounds like you've identified a couple of things, right? Like, you have an Apple Watch, you have another one of the competitors, right? I noticed, your wristwatches. And even you having this equipment, you still believe that there's something else out there that should be built and is necessary. And it sounds like you've got a following for that. So I love innovative stuff, so that's great. They asked a couple of my questions, so yes, you should be sorry. So I guess I'm curious because you had the foresight enough to say, we don't see ourselves getting to a break even until 2025. How are you able to determine that without having like an actual cost of manufacturing? And then how are you going to sustain until you get the funds needed in order to kick this off?
I think determining that, so we initially started this idea in our marketing class, and we had to plan all these steps out. So I think figuring it out, I think we are figuring out, we are in the early stages, so we are figuring it out along the way. So I think none of this is for sure and set in place. I think everything is meant to change. So just getting the idea of what our break-even point could be kind of gives us an idea for the future. So nothing is set in stone. I can say that for sure.
Yeah, again, like nothing is set in stone, but having certain dates in place in the future allows us to sort of set a vision for our company, and that then we can create steps to work towards that. As we didn't really know when we're going to break even. It's okay, well we'll break even in a month or 2 months, and that date keeps being pushed back. But we have a date, then we can. It might change, it might not, as we keep going. But it allows us to plan out, well, what are the steps that we need to take in order to break even at that point.
Thank you both very much.
So first of all, I think we should give a round of applause to all 5 teams for doing such a great job. And then a shameless plug for the viewer's choice with the QR codes right up there. And also it's on the YouTube for people watching on YouTube. Next, what's going to happen is the judges are going to be eloquently escorted out of the building, really, really out this way, or actually this way. You're going to follow Kim out to the judges' room, and then you will do your deliberating and come on back. And meantime, we will have some entertainment here. Thank you. Here is a video from last year, so please enjoy.
Today is a very exciting day. Incubator Works is bringing 607 Soaring, a startup collegiate competition, to the Southern Tier. It is a collaboration with Elmira College and Corning Community College, and we couldn't be more thrilled about it.
So the students have been arriving, they're so excited, they're all dressed to the nines, they're thrilled to be here, they're eager to present their idea and answer questions to the judges, and they're really excited to see what the future could be with the support of Incubator Works and the experience they're gaining from this competition.
We brought this competition to the Southern Tier to help those students develop their entrepreneurial spirit and hopefully teach them some skills that they would learn for a lifetime.
I've learned that making a business, starting it from the ground up, is absolutely not as easy as it looks.
I would recommend other students to participate in the competition just because it's a great learning experience. You don't know how much you're going to learn before you get into it. We learned how to look into businesses as a whole, kind of looking at different aspects of them, and each of us contributed differently, so teamwork was definitely a big part of it.
I would definitely recommend the competition. If you have a passion or a desire, you will learn a lot in this process, and that idea will grow.
Next, we are going to share a graduation video from a program that Incubator Works runs called Co-Starters. It is a business accelerator class that compartmentalizes everything into a 12-week package, and it helps an entrepreneur validate their idea, which is very important to the sustainability of your business. So take it away, Terrell. Thank you.
Hello, co-starters, and welcome to Pitch and Graduation Night. During the last 12 weeks, you have all worked on the first step forward to turning your idea into a business.
Congratulations on completing the Co-Starters program. We're excited to see what you will present tonight and what you'll achieve in the future. Thank you.
What motivated me to go to Co-Starters is, one, I've never been a business person. I've been a registered nurse for almost 3 decades, so I have no business experience whatsoever. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Some of my experience with Co-Starters is you're very nervous just starting out, don't know where to go, don't know if you're doing things legally right. They're very, informative. They help you in the right direction. They're patient with some people.
My experience with Co-Starters is it was amazing. The advice I will offer a small business that's looking to start is never give up on your dreams.
My experience with Co-Starters has been amazing. Coming into this, I didn't know too much about how to run a business. 12 weeks later, I'm ready to dive in head first, and I'm ready to start my business.
$500 is rigged.
Next up, okay, everyone can hear me. I'm going to share a little bit more about Incubator Works as it relates to what we do as a nonprofit. But before I get started, I really just want to commend all of our college students today. If I had enough jobs available, I would hire all of you. I see a lot of future executive directors and CEOs in the room, so I really commend you on all of your abilities as you move forward. So go ahead, Terrell, you can go to the next slide. Thank you. This is our most recent incubator. We're actually a 38-year-old rather, incubator in the southern tier and western part of New York. So we've been around for quite a while. We started as a high-tech incubator, and today we work with high-tech businesses as well as Main Street businesses, and then of course those high school students I spoke about and college students. But our most recent incubator is in fact in Elmira. It's on the 3rd floor of the Corning Community College campus, and this is a photo of it. So a fun factoid for all of you as you continue on your entrepreneurial endeavors through your adulthood is, after 5 years, businesses that were nurtured in a business incubator have a survival rate of 87%. And that is after that valley of death time frame, which is about 5 years. Most small businesses do not make it past the 5-year mark. So I really encourage you all, as you continue on with your startup ideas, and sometimes these things pivot, really leverage really fantastic mentors and consultants and or incubators, and make sure that you use guidance and mentorship and all of that as you continue on. Thank you, Terrell. Here are the other 2 incubators we have. So 38 years ago, both of these incubators broke ground, so one in Corning and one in Alfred. So we actually serve the western part of New York and then right here in the southern tier. Go ahead, Terrell. And then this lists all of Incubator Works programs. So Incubator Works incubates businesses, and in order to do that, we have a wide array of services, programs, and resources that we use to help our entrepreneurs. So we have the 12-week business class, which is the graduation that you just saw, which is called Co-Starters. Our business plan program, every good business plan program is needed, or business plan rather, is needed to access non-traditional and traditional funding. So whether that is traditional being lending through a funding institution, non-traditional maybe being a grant or an investor, it's good to have some type of business plan. And business plans can sometimes come in all shapes and sizes. You can have a fully fleshed out pitch that could be your business plan, or you can have an old school written business plan that is still viable today in 2024. We have prototyping programs. We just opened up a makerspace back in February. And so our makerspace has 2 3D printers, a laser cutter slash laser etcher, I suppose you would call that. We have a Cricut machine for vinyl, and then we have an embroidery slash sewing machine. We also have a fancy new Sony DSLR mirrorless camera that I'm excited to get my hands on, and that gives photo and video capabilities so that students can either take photos of products or do podcasting and all of the things that relates to that. And so this is a photo of Terrell in our makerspace in the Elmira location. We have our youth programs. So the top photo on the left is one of the Corning Community College students, Eaton. He was a mentor for our students last year, and this is for Elmira High School students. They work with Incubator Works for 7 weeks in the summer. They get paid to participate, and they are learning about entrepreneurship, so they have to work in a group setting like all of you to develop an idea and then pitch it to a panel of judges after 7 weeks. We also take them to local colleges because we want them to see what it feels like to set foot on college. When you all maybe were doing college visits, you remember what it felt like to set foot on your college campuses compared to some of your other visits. And the feeling is different at each college, and it really makes sense where you feel at home, where you want to go to school. And then we also take them to industry visits to local manufacturers. So earlier we heard Claire talk about Hilliard and how, yes, you can make money in manufacturing. And so it's important to take these high school students on the floors of local manufacturers and more so that they can see what that looks like. We also have our collegiate startup competitions. I don't know that I need to say more about that one because here we are. We have a co-working space in the Elmira Incubator. We do a lot of mentoring and networking. Entrepreneurship can be lonely. You're no longer doing the 9 to 5 where you have a support system of your colleagues, and maybe you're going at this alone or with one partner. So it's really, really beneficial to network with other entrepreneurs and other like-minded people so that you can work around some of the challenges maybe that you're having on the day-to-day basis. Small business boot camps. So, you know, the 12-week accelerator that we do is really fantastic, but if you can't commit to a 12-week program once a week, maybe a boot camp is the better model for you, where it's a 24, 48-hour model so that it's a little bit shorter to develop your idea. And then again with networking events. And like I said earlier, we do work with high-tech businesses, so specifically ceramics and glass startups. Our region, where all of you are going to college, is very rich in ceramics and glass. Potentially one of the most rich places as it relates to ceramics and glass innovation in the world. So it's really fantastic that we can help those startups and then Main Street businesses as well. Thank you, Terrell. Next up, a big question we get is, well, who are those startups, Ashley, and who do you help? So these are some of our Main Street startups, so to speak. Being in the region that we're in, a lot of individuals also ask, do you have a lot of wineries come through your programs? The answer is no, but we do have a few wineries and breweries that do come through our program. So the photo on the top left corner there, that is Little Clover Sparkling Wine. So for some of our international students and non-international friends in the room, when we think of sparkling wine, we think of champagne, but the only place that you can really get champagne is in France. And being that we do have the Finger Lakes region right in our backyard, this individual wanted to create a really nice sparkling wine. And it's great, so if you see it on the shelves, please purchase it and let us know how it is. Then we have JB Wings and Things food truck. This was another really innovative but simple idea. So oftentimes people think, I want to open a food truck and I want to have it be some type of fancy culinary food truck thing. Well, this individual said, we just need basic, good, fast food out of a food truck. So he makes really fantastic fried chicken, also the best onion rings I've ever had, and he has a really great business model. We also have the Juice Collective, which it looks like we lost an L somewhere along the way. So the Juice Collective, this was a quote-unquote transplant to our community. So Latika and her family come to us from California, and juice bars are very popular in California, and so she started a juice bar here in our area and is doing fantastic. She's in the Arnott Mall right now, and she's actually growing, and she's going to have another location in downtown Elmira. And we have Sergeant Stanley's Catering. So Sergeant Stanley, John Stanley, is a veteran. He used to make food on, I believe it was a ship that he used to be part of when he was in service. He has really great, diverse food choices, some of the best, freshest food I've ever tasted. And we don't have a lot of caterers in this small community that we are in. So he really found a good niche for filling that void, with not only the catering piece, but the good food piece as well. And then lastly here, we have Soupopotamus. And so this individual, bottom right-hand corner, Sue, she makes soups that are freeze-dried, fresh ingredients. So if you think about picking things straight from the garden, freeze-drying them right away, that is the best way to encapsulate the flavor profile as well as the beneficial side of as it relates to vegetables. And so she has the best kind of soups on the shelf that you can get that are much healthier than canned soups. Thank you, Terrell. And then Incubator Works has been fortunate to be part of a large grant out of Binghamton University called New Energy New York. And so I want everyone to know what New Energy New York is. One of the things that we found during COVID was that a lot of our technology in the United States had been offshored, and that created a lot of challenges for us. And so, of course, a lot of the manufacturers and innovators in our companies stateside are trying to figure out how to reshore that technology. And the creator of the lithium battery is faculty at Binghamton, Stan Whittingham. And he said, all right, let's reshore this technology of batteries, because if you think about all of the things that are in this room today that take batteries, I don't have my cell phone on me anymore. So I actually think I have 2 batteries, microphone and watch. So there you go. If I had my phone, I would have a 3rd battery on me. So a lot of things take batteries. And Binghamton had an opportunity to apply for a grant to reshore this technology. When they wanted to apply for that grant, they needed a large consortium of partners to apply for that grant with them. So one of our judges, Carol Miller from AM&T, she also is part of this grant as it relates to workforce and manufacturing. Incubator Works is part of this grant as it relates to equity and justice and inclusive programming. So our piece of the pie here is that we provide the wraparound services for this large battery manufacturing entity that's going to be taking place of the IBM facility in Binghamton. So that's the short end of the stick. If you want any other questions about New Energy New York, it's really exciting that all of this battery manufacturing might be happening right in our backyard when you think about all the things you use on a daily basis that need batteries. Thank you, Trill. Here is the curriculum of that 12-week class that I spoke about, co-starters. So we utilize the business model canvas, which is a nice puzzle piece that kind of breaks out a business plan. Sometimes if you start writing a business plan from scratch, it can be very overwhelming. So utilizing the business model canvas, which you all used for your pitches today, is how we do that. And so this is kind of 1 through 12 of that business model canvas. Number 1, knowing yourself. It's really important to know yourself as it relates to, do you have the entrepreneurial spirit? Can you in fact be self-sustainable so that you can get yourself out of bed every day and run your business, or are you more suited to work for someone else? Knowing the customer, which of course is a customer discovery piece. Finding the right solution, so that is solving that problem for your customer, not for yourself. Marketing and customer relations, pricing and forecasting sales, cost and gross profit, expenses and cash flow projections. Those 5, 6, and 7 are so very important for your businesses. And then legal and accounting matters, financing your business, pitch prep, intro to business plan, and pitch and celebration night. For co-starters, we do have guest speakers come in that speak to legal. They also speak to cash flow and a few other items as it relates to co-starters, which is really beneficial for our entrepreneurs. Thank you, Trill. Of the co-starters class, we've been doing this for a few years. We are going to be starting our 14th cohort in 2 weeks. So we've had about 121 participants that have gone through our class, and this is in Chemung, Steuben, Schuyler, and Allegheny counties. We do have some other, I'll tell you who the other is in a minute. So 31% of our participants are BIPOC, 3% veterans, go veterans, 63% women, girl power, and then about 78 of those businesses are started and growing. Why are 78 started and growing but not 121? Well, there are a lot of reasons. One is the great thing about participating in an accelerator program, and I will tell all of you this, is sometimes you find out that your idea is not viable. And that is just as big of a win as finding out if your idea is viable, because you don't want to bet the farm or your life savings on a dream that has no legs. Also, another thing that happens is people find out that they do not, in fact, have the entrepreneurial spirit, and they can't start a business because they just don't have what it takes to do that. Sometimes people find other jobs, and then sometimes people just throw in the towel and say, this isn't for me. But the other that sits there, so the majority of our entrepreneurs do come from Chemung County, and what's the other? We have a really great small team here that's well connected in our community. And because Incubator Works does things a little bit different than your typical incubator, most incubators do high-tech, scalable, high-growth technical startups, which is fantastic. Incubator Works wears 2 hats. And so sometimes we have friends or family maybe that are living in California or New York City, and they say, I tried to go to 3 different incubators in New York, and they all shut their door on me because I'm trying to do fintech, and they're like, we don't want fintech. Or I'm trying to do marketing, and they're like, we can't help you with marketing. And so they call us because we will help them. So it's really neat how we can kind of touch all areas of the world. Thank you, Terrell. And then here is a little bit of information about our business plan program. So first step is validating your idea, which is co-starters or an accelerator program. And step number 2 is, in fact, writing that business plan. And so we do it in a cohort-based model. So you will be with a cohort of about 7 to 12 other entrepreneurs that have graduated from co-starters, and you write your business plan with the facilitation of a business consultant and then one of the Incubator Works staff. Everyone that participates in this program receives a $3,000 participant support stipend. That's a mouthful. And that is very important because I like to think of entrepreneurship as a different pathway to the workforce. So if you are going to spend many hours writing your business plan, also going through co-starters to validate your idea, we should see that as you spending your time to find a new or different way, rather not new, a different way to enter the workforce. And so a $3,000 participant stipend is given to you. You can do whatever you want with that money. Of course, we encourage you to use it wisely for your business. But if you say, you know what, I'm getting close to burnout and maybe I'll just take a vacation with my family to have a little R&R so that when I come home, I'm really ready to dive into my business, then you do what you need to do. This is really fantastic. Since we started this program, we have provided $63,000 in participant support stipends. And you'll see there we had 13 participants in the first cohort and 8 in the next. Thank you, Terrell. And then here are some of our students from our Summer Youth Entrepreneurship Program. We really enjoyed this program. So we provide this program to Elmira High School, and we provide this program to Elmira High School because we wanted to help the students that had the largest dropout rate as it relates to graduating from high school. And we also wanted to pay these students because in our community, and I'm from the community, so once upon a time we had a lot of opportunities for summer youth employment. That is not the case anymore. So we really knew in order to attract students to this program, oh, look at what we have. I'll finish my information about the summer youth program. It's really good stuff. Paying the students, of course, is so great, but also taking them on college campus visits, the industry visits that I spoke about, and more, and then having them develop a pitch and pitch it at the end to a group of judges like today is so fantastic. And we took them to Teganic Falls. For those of you not from the area, if you've never been to Teganic Falls, please go. It's beautiful and a really quick little walk. And then, of course, we have Elmira College, and we did take them to Corning Community College as well. And I think that's about it. So as Terrell gets the envelopes ready, I will get ready to pass the baton to him so that he can announce our winners today. All right, here we go.
Hello, everyone. First off, I want to say a huge thank you to the college kids being able to put time on their hands to do this pitch. So can we give them another round of applause? And before I get started, one of you left your phone in the media room. So if you don't have your cell phone, I have it. So my job is to do the viewer's choice and then third, second, and first place. So I'll announce the viewer's choice, and then third place, you'll come up, get a nice flick, and then second place, do the same, and then first place, you do the same with the Big Daddy check. All right, so for the viewer's choice, we have Sparrow. All right. Third place, $1,000 prize goes to Southern Tier Trails. Smile for the camera. All right, second place for 2,500 goes to Uni Unified. Picture. Yeah, right in the middle. And now first place for the $5,000 Big Daddy check prize. Russell. So should we get in there? Yeah, definitely want to get in there.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Just so you know that we do have a little bit of celebration and some confectionaries over, and want you to stay and mingle and have a great time. Thank you all for coming.
Oh, we want a group picture with all the teams. Also, did no one lose their cell phone? Oh.
Do you want to do? We also are going to do a drone shot outside of everybody, so we will get that going soon.
Thank you for participating. Appreciate it.